Hi everybody, what's going on? Hey, I know it's been about 3 days now since I've talked to you on the video. Last time I talked to you, I was in Opelika waiting on the offload, and let me tell you what, they were slow, definitely slow. Like I said, I got there on time. I got there like 1:30 in the afternoon, and I left. Now I'm saying this, I left there at 9 o'clock that night. So the load that was pending on the one through Guthersville, and this thing started from the beginning as a nightmare, okay, and up to the now. And what's funny about this was that, well, it wasn't funny to me. I mean, when I turned in my bills, hold on a minute. When I turned in my bills, I turned everything in and got my 90 pushed in, and I was sitting on the side of the road outside the 90 I was at in Opelika. And I'm sitting there and I'm going, there's no way I'm going to make it. But I had an empty, and I thought, dang, what am I going to do? So got on the horn and told dispatch and said, hey, what are we going to do about this load? I said, you guys want me to do this load, but I'm already 3 hours past due time. What's the status? Oh, we need you to get it if you could. And I said, well, I'm gonna be late getting there. I said, I'm lucky to get there about 1 o'clock in the morning. And they said, can you roll? And I said, well, yeah, I can go. I mean, I'll go up there. But so anyway, they went ahead and said, yeah, we'll get it changed for you. So they changed the time frame for me, and yeah, okay. Well, anyway, when you leave from Opelika, I'm telling you right now, it's now 9:30, quarter to 10, and they put me, the Qualcomm sends me down the backwood, countrified location of nobody knows nothing, deer-infested 2-lane road, 70-some freaking miles, curvy, 45 mile an hour, and I'm going, this will not work. So I'm on this road. I'm not top end speed. I'm not doing anything. And I'm going, Jiminy Christmas, what are we going to do? So I'm humping it. I finally make it, okay? Now we're talking about 1 o'clock, midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, I think it was, when I got there. So I wheel up in there, and then the guard comes out and said, did you go to the check-in area? And I said, well, no, where's that at? And he says, oh, it's about 1.8 miles. Now we're talking some weird stuff here, because my clock was down to minutes, okay? We're below an hour on the 14-hour clock, give or take. Oh, I think I had an hour and a half. Anyway, so I had to drive back, go down 1.5 miles to this little area that looked like a staging area. Got up there, and I'm already tired, and I'm not very happy about this whole situation. And I just wasn't happy at all. I was pissed, basically. The only thing good about this, it paid okay. So anyway, I get down there, walk in, the guy goes, where's your freaking mask? And I said, well, probably up your, you know what, and you'll find out. You know, I wanted to say it, but I didn't. So I went and had to get back in my truck, get my mask, walked up there and told him what I had. And he said, well, I don't know if it's ready. I said, no, don't tell me that. I don't need to hear that, you know. He said, well, hold on a minute. Here's your number. Take your stuff back down here. And take your stuff back down there and you'll be fine. I said, okay. So I go back down there, and I gave him the number. I said, we got to pick up this trailer. It's drop and hook. He said, okay, go find you a place down there to park your trailer, dump your trailer. Okay, this little place down here, and it's a Fresh Foods in Albertsville, Alabama, okay? Not in Guthersville. Both of them collide anyway. This place is the worst place that I've ever been to. I'm telling you right now, I hope none of you guys take that load, because it's not worth the hassle, because there's no place to put an empty, for one. And if you put it in the wrong spot, they get mad, which I didn't care. I put it in the wrong spot. I put it in some other company spot. I didn't care, because there was no spots for us, for Prime. So I put it there and dropped it, and I left it and went back up to the deal. Couldn't find a trailer. Oh, you got to find your trailer. Well, there's 20 million freaking trailers in this lot. So I go back up to the gate guard, And I go, dude, I can't find this trailer. I don't know where the hell it's at. And I just happened to glance across the road. Now, we're outside the compound. And guess what? The trailer I'm supposed to load is sitting outside the compound. Just sitting there, off the beaten road. And I said, well, shoot, that's it right there. And he said, okay. So I get up to it, and I get ready to load. And I'm wore out now. I'm just beat to the band. I back up and realize that they checked this thing like this, okay? They didn't want nobody to pick it up, I guess. So I had to knock it down. Of course, it's fully loaded, okay? So now I've got to knock this damn thing down. I knock it down a little bit, thinking I'm okay. I wheel back in there, and what I do, I skip the freaking skid plate, goes right past the fifth wheel. Ah, man, come on, Curtis. Right past the shank, and here I am in a dilemma. So here's my fifth wheel plates like this. Here's the shank over here. You know, you look, well, it's like this. It went here, it's like this, and then the shape is like this. So I'm saying, what the hell next gonna happen? This awesome guy off a truck just walked up and he said, let me give you a hand, man. So he said, pull forward a little bit. I did. He said, now go ahead and drop that down a little bit. And he put his hands in there, okay, and I didn't much care for that. I didn't want to get hurt. But he said, I want you to back up a little bit at a time so we can clear that. And I cleared it, and when it fell down, it was perfect where it needed to be. And basically what I did was I dropped it down just a hair more, and it was level, and I popped right into it. And I appreciate that guy. I wished I knew his name, but he was a gentleman. I really appreciate that, and I thanked him for it. Anyway, got it hooked up. I'm waiting on the bills, because they're bringing the bills up. And the guy comes up there and he gets the wrong set of bills. So I'm saying, no, these ain't right. I'm delivering this to Union Station or Union City, Tennessee, not this other place. So he finds the bills and he flares up and down. I've got the other copy and I don't have nothing. I just signed a copy, gave it back. Said, dude, you come up here and look. It ain't in here. So finally he believed me and he realized he had it fell in between on his floor in his car. So we got that rectified. We finally got that done. The old boy, he come back there and he put the freaking seal on. I locked it up and I pulled out on the road and I had to set my tandems. Got that all done. So here now, this is it. I'm at T-minus 4 minutes left on the clock. 4 minutes. And I go, dude, where can I park at to just spend the night? I got to get a tent in. He goes, go back to that lot where you signed in at. That whole lot's open. You can park there. So I get flying. I'm flying the truck, getting in there. I back into the truck and I got uno minutes. And I put off duty. So anyway, and I didn't have to really have it delivered till the next night. I think it was the next night or the next day. Yeah, the next night I had to be there. So I got up in the morning, hooked up my shit, and I left and got down to then I got to Union City, Tennessee, and I'm supposed to do a drop there, okay? I pull up to the deal and I notice there's nobody here. The gate guard comes out and I said, I got a load here I need to drop, and I need an empty trailer. And he said, okay, no problem. Here, give me sign this document and everything. I had my mask on and my PPE vest, and he said, just go find you a trailer. I said, okay, cool. So I get in there, I drop my load, and I drive around a little bit, and I see nothing. All those prime trailers were full with the reapers running. So I'm going, great. So I'm supposed to do another load, all right? It was a freaking awesome load too. This load was supposed to be picked up. Let me think a minute because I don't want to get my loads messed up. I think this load the load I was going to pick up. I'm thinking, guys. I'm drawing a blank right now. Oh, this one was going to Searcy, Arkansas, to pick up a load from Walmart and deliver it to Birmingham, Alabama. Okay, cool. So I'm sitting in the yard and I make a phone call to dispatch. I said, hey, they have no empty trailers. Well, what's their status? They got any? They're going to offload any? I said, I'm going to tell you, it looks like a ghost town here. Well, try to see if they're going to offload any, and then just wait on it. Okay. So I go walking in, and the guy said, hey, only one here is me moving the trailers around and maintenance. Everybody don't work weekends, so these trailers will not be offloaded till Monday. So I called dispatch. Not going to happen. We ain't got no trailer. She said, okay, let me search for your trailer. Okay, fine. So she finds me a trailer, Memphis, Tennessee, 139 miles from my location. Okay. So I've not got no choice here. So I'm beating the band to go get this thing, knowing that my clock's okay still. I'm good. So I go all the way down there. She gives me a number to pick up. I went to Memphis. I go in there, and trailer ain't there. But I find a trailer. So I go look at it, see if it's empty. It sure is. It's empty, but it's freaking trashed. So I got to find a washout now. Now, we're getting late in the night now. It's freaking late. So I got to figure out what I'm going to do. So I decide I'm just going to run it. And pray to God nobody looks in the trailer, because I'm running out of time. So I take off and I'm flying. I get down there and I get to a little town called Wynne, Arkansas. And I'm out of time now. I'm completely out of my clock. So I see a Walmart. There's like 5 trucks there. I go, pull into Walmart. I wanted to shop there anyway, but it was closed, so I had to wait until morning. So I went ahead and they shut her down. You know, went in sleeper berth, slept, got up about 10 o'clock in the morning. I was only 60 miles away from my 01. And I thought, by God, you know what I'm going to do? And I didn't have to be there. I could have been there any time. At 1,500 hours, I think it was 3 o'clock in the afternoon to pick up the load. So what I did is I got in the trailer, went to shopping, went and got in the truck, clocked in, and went to Searcy. And I stopped at the Loves there across the road, and I exit right down from it. So I went ahead and blowed the trailer out and went and took a shower. Thank God I got a shower in finally. I don't look as scruffy as I was. Excuse me. So about 1,500 hours, I busted butt over to Walmart DC over there in Searcy. I pull in, the lady said, one blah blah blah, your trailer's out there, okay, you go on. And I just opened up the doors, turned it, parked it, put it empty, went over, picked up my trailer. This thing was loaded for bear, man. I mean, the highest, I think it was one or the second highest load weight-wise that I ever had. And I haven't trusted this load scale on my truck since day one. I just don't trust it. So I go, what am I going to do? So I periodically went and I said, okay, we'll do a pre-check. So I pulled the tandems up and I put them up to 12, and I'm checking the back weight, and the back weight's really high. And when I hit it the first time, I was like 34,000 plus. And girl tells me, you got 50,000 pounds. I said, no, it better not be no 50,000 pounds in the trailer. I can't take it. You'll have to redo it. She said, no, don't disregard. It's nothing. It ended up being like 49 something. But anyway, they have a scale, and they said, just go ahead and scale it. So I thought, perfect. Now I can calibrate this in-cab load scale. So I get on it. The front wheels, the drive wheels, I'm 11 something. I move forward and I put them on my tires, and I thought I adjusted it right. And I put it on my drives, and sure enough, I was 33,025. So I was good. Then I backed it right on them there and put it on the trailer tire, and the trailers were running about 30, I think it was 30,000, I believe. Yeah, I tore it away. 30,000 pounds, or somewhere around there. 33, let me see. Do I still got it wrote down? No, I took it off there. Okay. Yeah, I keep notes, man, and I should have kept it on there, but I didn't. But I ended up with like 74,000 pounds on this truck. I thought, oh, it's going to dog out. Well, this delivery is going to Birmingham, Alabama. So technically, I I could left there, and it was like day. It was in the afternoon. I didn't care. I took off, and I thought, man, I'll make it to my old little place. So there's a little place out on 2278 from Memphis going out to Birmingham. And there's a little mom and pop's place there, good food, and it's got good parking. And usually you can't see it from the road. You got to know where to turn. So, and I'm not saying it because that's my secret. Okay, no, just joking. Exit 16, just past Hamilton. If you're coming from Memphis, okay. If you're coming back from Birmingham, it would be on the left. You take the off ramp, go underneath the 22, and then go up the road about 100, 250 yards. It's to the right, hidden in the trees. Got a big parking area, and they got food there that they actually make. Nice lady, she cooks all kinds of different. They got catfish, all kinds of good stuff. But it's a good place. And ask me the name, I have no clue the name of it. But anyway, so I knew I'd stopped there a couple of nights ago, and I stayed there. So I decided I'd just stay there, and I had plenty of time to get this load in. I mean, I still had till 15. I think I had till 1,500 hours, and I should only had 90 miles. So I woke up in the morning, bright and early, you know, bopped around, and went ahead and got it going, and then I got it up there, and went up there, and then took it over to. Am I still recording? Yeah. And took it on and took it up in the. I had to deliver it off Homewood or Lakeshore Drive, and I know this area because that's where I used to work at before I came to Prime, so I know the area real well. So wheeled into Birmingham, of course, you know, chaotic driving, but got it there, pulled up in there, told the lady said, well, as soon as one of the doors open, go ahead and back your trailer, drop your trailer, and pick up one of them trailers and go. I said, huh? She said, yeah. I said, okay. So I waited about maybe half an hour, 45 minutes, and somebody pulled out. I backed out, opened the doors, packed it, put it in there, deal. And I mean, dude, it was packed to the hilt. It was all the way to the ad. I was carrying from underwear, barbecue grills, toilet paper. You know, it had everything in it. It was whatever Walmart needs. So I dropped it, and then I got a proposed load. This one was a cool one. I think I'm looking forward to this. I think. I think. I had 3 miles to pick up the load. I think it's a bunch of those boxes. You know, those secured boxes you can put a gun in or whatever. I think that's what it is. But it's real light. I mean, I'm only packing, I think about 18,000 pounds is all I got on the truck. I think it's nothing. I mean, it was a joke, really. I think the whole products were $9 grand. I think the total weight. So just a box, and it's boxed all the way to the roof and all the way to the back. Anyway, so that being said, I got that load. I took off. I had to get a washout because the trailer that I picked up from them is trash, like normal. Every time is a trash truck. So I went ahead and just did a washout. Had to go somewhere else to do it and then come back. Got there. That was a piece of cake. Pulled in, walked into the freaking shipping office. Guy asked me my numbers. I told him. Made me sign the documents. He gave me the paperwork and the seal. Said your trailer's out there. Trailer number. Drop your trailer across the way. Open the doors. Went and pick up your trailer and go. Okay, cool. So I went, it was all bam, 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 so I didn't have to wait on it. So I thought, man, I better get on the road and get flying. Well, I had to think about my schedule because I'm going to New Hampshire with this load. So I'm trying to figure out, I've never drove through New York City, never in my life, never been there. Don't know nothing about New York, but I've heard war stories. So basically what I'm doing right now is I'm looking, because my 70-hour clock's kind of low. It's below 20 hours. Well, it is definitely now. But it's below 20 hours at the time. So I thought, well, let's go ahead and ride what we can for today. Stop. Because I didn't get, I had no reset. I mean, no recaps yet. My recap started, what does it start? Starts tonight. My first recap, 7 hours a minute. So I figured what I'll do is I'll stop. I'll get up in the morning about 5, take off and run. The distance from the 01 to the 90 is like 1,200 and some miles, okay? So anyway, I thought, man, I'll drive a little bit out of town, out of Birmingham. I did. I drove about 2 hours and stopped at a Love's. I said, you crank it down, go to bed, just freaking get up in the morning at 5 o'clock and start rolling. And I figured, well, I'll run about 8.5 hours today. which would give me 8 hours. I think I had 8 hours and 1 minute when I finally stopped today. I ran about 533 miles today. I'm in Northern Virginia, near Stanton, Virginia, Stratton, somewhere like that, and off of 81. And I did everything right, I think. Now I do have to fuel up, and I do not like this fuel app for some reason. It's taking me out of the way, and I don't like that. So I'm thinking about, I'm only going to lose about 3 cents if I buy it here. So I'm going to buy it at this Lowe's when I get ready to roll tonight, in the morning, early morning. So that's probably what I'll do, is I'll just fill up here and go with it from here. So anyway, I did that, and I drove 533, freaking rainy. It's cold. It's 60 degrees here. I've got shorts on, and it's really cold here. I'm starting to get hot because the truck's hot. And I just pulled into the Love's about half an hour ago. Yeah, about an hour ago. Almost an hour ago. And now I'm settled for the night. So I'm going to rest today, take a 10-hour break, and then recoup my 7 hours and 38 for tonight, and that'll give me 15 hours on my 70. And then tomorrow, I only got 660 miles to my 90. I don't have to be there till midnight on Thursday if I don't want to be. I can deliver from 7 or 8 o'clock Thursday morning till midnight. So what I'm going to try to do is get as close as I can, but I'm not going into New York. I'm going to stay on the Jersey side. My buddy of mine used to live up in that area, worked that area, so he said you go to those travel plazas and park there tomorrow, but don't get to the very last one. You're like 30 minutes into New York, and then run through New York City at night. So it won't be much of a hassle, and it won't take very long to go through New York, and then I got to go up through Mass and Connecticut and then into New Hampshire. So that's the goal. That's the plan. So you're now caught up on what's happened to me the past 3 days. Well, anyway, with that load, I got canceled on that load that came out of Gunther, the one I was supposed to pick up in Searcy. I was already halfway there, and I said, dude, I went and did all this running, and my fleet manager canceled it. And I said, well, that's bull. That was good money paying job, man. You're taking money out of my wallet. And I was upset with it. I told him that. I called him up on the freaking phone. I said, what's going on? I said, well, she should have never, the other fleet manager, night fleet manager, should have never put you on that load to begin with, because the fact is that it was almost impossible to do what you had to do. And I said, but I got it taken care of. All you need to do is move the appointment times. And I don't think it would have been a major problem on either location, because I've talked to them, and even Walmart didn't give a crap. They were already too loaded down anyway. So anyway, he revamped it and put a new trip order, and I still got the same money. I still got the same trip in the same amount of time. So anyway, it worked out, but I didn't get to go on this pay week. So I'm done for the pay week, which wasn't a bad week. I'll have to give him. They took care of me this week, especially from being a shitty last week, because I went on home time and didn't make nothing. In fact, I was in the hole. Well, that I got taken care of. But this week will be okay. I think we'll be all right. But then this trip here is going to do good for the beginning of next week. So I'm good with it. Now I'm hoping I get a Ben and Jerry's load out of there, coming back out. I'm hoping. But you never know what you're going to come out of the New Hampshire or New England or Pennsylvania or whatever it is up there. But that'd be cool. I'd like to do a Ben and Jerry's load. I hear they're pretty decent loads, and I get free ice cream. That's what I like. So we'll see. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to touch bases with you. I'm sorry it's been a few days. I've been running with my head cut off, basically really cut off, and just trying to get settled in. I'm gonna cut it off here. I'm ready to go to bed. No hippie, thanks for keeping up in touch with me. Kiersey, if you're watching, good to see you writing back to everybody. I'm looking forward to your videos some more with your new trainee, and that'll be awesome to see how that's all working out. I'm glad you're okay and safe. I hadn't heard from you in a while. When I seen you post on there, I thought, yay, he's back. So that's good to see you back in line. Been watching David and Melissa. They put a new web, I think it's a web booster on his truck. I was watching that. That's pretty cool. No Hippie's supposed to be doing live today. He called me up a while ago while I was driving, and I thought he was going to do a live, but I ain't seen it posted yet. He's supposed to be a cooking one on Salisbury steak, and then he's just going to do a live. He's at home on home time, so I don't know. So we'll see if he comes up or not. But guys, hey, thanks for all your comments, and thanks for your guys' backup on this and this stuff. Not to worry about these hours and that stuff like that. I appreciate you guys so much. You just don't realize what that means to me. I even got to talk to one of the Prime guys on the radio day coming through here. We passed each other, and well, I passed him getting past him, and happened to notice his truck was identical to mine except for the striping, and we were only 20 numbers off from one another. And I called him up on the radio, and he talked to me for about a good 20 minutes. And Lyle, or No Hippies Trucking and Transportation, he kept thinking it's TJ, one of his other cohorts, but I don't know that for a fact. He was nice. I mean, we talked on the radio. It's nice to know that this thing works, because nobody talks on the damn thing. I mean, it's funny. I'm old school, guys. I used to be in a CD club, so I know what that is right there. That's just something that was an essential. But with the technology today and the young people out here running trucks, nobody really cares about it. But I tell you what, those boys can be a lifesaver, guys. But anyway, I hope you all are being safe. I hope you're taking care of yourself. I'm going up to the Northeast. I got to wear a mask, and my wife wanted me to wear gloves. She wants me to be, I thought just go get a hazmat suit and I'll be fine. But y'all be safe out there. Take care of yourself. And always remember, we keep driving and striving for perfection. I'll talk to you guys later, okay? Bye.